Hi guys, Ren here and welcome to the workshop. Today I'll be talking you through my new S-Works Epic cross-country bike. Okay, so finally after a couple weeks of waiting for the wheels, we finally have the complete bike ready and built up, and also by this point the first 50 kilometers on it in terms of riding. So what is it like? And what are the build specs? There has been a huge number of questions and a lot of response for the Instagram and Strava accounts and shots of this bike, so let's just crack on. I've already described some of the parts in earlier videos, but today I'm going to do a complete bike check. So frame set, S-Works Epic Ultralight. This is the one that doesn't come with a fork or a seat post, unlike the standard Epic frame sets. So what's different about this? Well, it has a super light paint job, same as on the tarmac, saves 150 grams or so. There is, well, that's quite a significant weight saving for losing no functionality, so that's something I can definitely take, and I also like the looks. If you watched my previous videos on my channel, then you probably know that I'm not a huge weight weenie, but still, if it takes nothing away from the functionality and it looks good, then why not? The frame, yeah, it's super advanced frame set, although still has a threaded bottom bracket, all carbon, flex stays in the rear, 100 mm of travel of course, brain shock in the rear made by RockShox. The new brain unit. So yeah, this is my frame set of choice for now. Many of you have been asking, why did I not get a track? Well, I've already talked about that in previous videos. I don't buy track bikes to have track bikes. I chose these bikes because they were the best in their respective categories and based on my situation. And the same goes for the Epic. I would have really liked to go for the top fuel, the track top fuel that is, but one major drawback for me on that bike was that it doesn't have room for two full-size water bottles, which this does. That's important for me, mainly when training, when you don't get bottles handed over, and I really wanted to try the brain suspension. So that's the frame set covered. Fork is a RockShox Seed Volt Cup. Now this is a 2018 model. It doesn't yet have the Debonair air spring. This is a standard solo air, but I'm planning to upgrade that as soon as the upgrade kit is available. On the damper side, this is the newer Charger 2 damper with a remote lockout option. I have upgraded the standard lockout to this twist lock, which works very nice indeed. It goes just like that. But now that I've tried the rear brain, I might consider actually upgrading it to a brain damper here as well, and that will save me the hassle of locking and unlocking, and also I think a good 100 grams for the well, basically the housing and switch and the remote, actually the whole assembly, so should save a couple of grams, but we'll see about that. Then another important part are the wheels. Now these are Enve M525s, so the latest cross-country iteration. Sapim CX-ray spokes, carbon TI straight pull hubs, and that's the same front and rear. Nice quick engagement right there. Tire wise, Thunderbird on the rear, super low profile, super fast rolling, more grippy Rocketron on the front. Of course, none of my bikes will be complete with the Quark power meter. This is the BB30 version, not the new Sram dub version, but weight wise they're pretty similar, and I just like the big spindle if it fits, so yeah, it's pretty neat. Pedals XTR M9000, Some of you might say that, well, I could buy something much lighter, for example, like the Crank Brothers Egg Beater 11s. Those are more than 100 grams lighter, so that will be useful, but I just didn't like the engagement and the power transfer of those, so I'm sticking to the tried and true XTR pedals. Drivetrain, unsurprisingly, Sram XX1 Eagle throughout, coupled with level ultimate brakes, Centerline X aluminum carrier rotors. I was actually thinking about carbon TI rotors with the carbon carriers that could have saved 60 grams or so for the two wheels, but I don't know, I don't really like the look of those, and yeah, I don't like putting on some or mixing it with some different components, so I just shied away from those. The group set is in the gold color. I think it matches the old black finish of the frame itself. Then as for the rear mech, I've already shown you there are two upgrades for it. This is a bike yoke shifty, which replaces the standard plastic guide ring, and it decreases the friction of your cable, so that's a really nice upgrade, pretty cheap as well. Also Kogel ceramic pulley wheels with the golden covers just to match up. Obviously molten speed wax coated chain for the lowest possible friction, the highest durability. Seat post, that's an Enve 2-bolt seat post. On top of that, Berk Lupina padded saddle with round rails, super light, super comfortable, a very nice finish. Then back to the cockpit, as I mentioned, level ultimate brakes, levers as well, Supercaz silicone grips, SRAM trigger shifter, no grip shift here, I think that's a bit weird, to go with the grip shift. Then the bar, for now it's a Ritchie WCS carbon bar, 700mm, 5mm drop. I actually have and wanted to have an MV bar to have a complete MV setup, but the bar will be only available in September, so I'm going to change it when that arrives. Although this is a pretty nice bar, not super light though, 180 grams, the MV one is lighter and allegedly has better damping qualities and will just fit the bike, I think, a bit better. Stem wise, I also wanted an MV stem, but I don't really make one that's suitable for my position, so I might just take this Ritchie stem when a new bar arrives and debadge it, perhaps put an MV sticker on it or something. This is a 25mm negative rise, or sorry, 25-degree negative rise, 110mm, and it puts me in a nice aggressive position. Some people might say that it's very, very extreme, but it's what the top cross-country guys ride. And also I have a strong road bike background, so I just feel uncomfortable in those very relaxed positions, and it just feels weird to me, so this brings it up to something that I'm more used to, or bring it down, should I say. A couple of hidden features I have here. For the bottom headset bearing, I have upgraded that to Cane Creek 110 with a sealed lip bottom race, just for durability. I had that lying around, so I swapped that. The top bearing is the same. I also have a Carbon TI X-Plug expander hidden in there, super light and very sturdy, and finished off with a Tune top cap, so that's a nice little detail and a finishing touch. And finally, I think the final detail I haven't mentioned, these are the bottle cages made by Arundel. These are the side loaders. Well, this is a side loader, this is another side loader. They're quite necessary because of the tight fit in the frame. I've upgraded them with some grip tape just to hold those bottles securely, and it works fine even on rough trails. So I'm pretty happy with that. And of course, Hidden in here is a Kogel BSA 30 threaded bottom bracket with ceramic bearings and off-road seals. So yeah, this is pretty much all the components, and I'm actually pretty happy with how the bike turned out. As it sits right now, it's 9.85 kilos with the Wahoo mounted to it, so I think that's pretty competitive considering that my Cannondale was 9.6, so I've gained a full suspension for just 200 grams, which I think is excellent. I've yet to have or experience some more ride impressions from this bike, so I'll be bringing you those a bit later on. I know there will be comments flooding in that I could have chosen this, I could have chosen that, this one is lighter, this one is lighter, but I may have said this earlier, but this is a bike that I need to race and train on, and it needs to be sturdy and reliable and serviceable, of course. So I could have easily saved half a kilo with a Fox step-cast fork, some Superlight finishing kit, Superlight bar, stem and seat post, then also some lighter wheels. There are some 1000-gram MTB wheels now, but these are just parts that I know will work and will be reliable, so I'm just, skipping those half a kilo of gains and just lose that weight, preferably on myself, just to have a reliable and well-performing bike. If you want to know more about how it rides, then stay tuned for the channel, and if you want to know how my other bikes are set up for more road-oriented use, then don't forget to tune into the channel and subscribe. It's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.